check this out. You know who this is, man. This is DJ Symphony in the building one time. You already know what it is, the War Invasion Podcast Show. We get it popping right here every single week. It goes down just like that. If you're trying to get interviewed on my show, all you got to do is send us an email. interview@warinvasionpodcast.com. That's interview@warinvasionpodcast.com. On this week's show, you already know I got a very special guest, hailing out of Fairfield, California. Goes by the name of Jess Derrick in the building. What it do?
What's good, Seth? How you been?
I'm cooling out, man.
It's good to see you again. It's been too long.
Yeah, it's been mad long. What you got going on? You just chilling?
You know, I'm chilling every day. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Came from South by Southwest back in March and just following up on the leads from that.
Yeah, you was out there hustling, giving out flyers?
It was more about being a part of the main event and then just...
What main event?
You know, when you get the badge, you go sit down, talk to all the labels, whatnot.
Yeah.
Even the film industry, actually.
Yeah, they was out there.
Yeah, they were out there. And what was dope about it is I got some leads. So now I got some music coming later this year for a Michael Jordan documentary with Netflix.
Oh, you on that?
Yeah.
Well, that's clean. I didn't know that. So you learn something new every day on the War Invasion Podcast Show. How'd you get the deal with MJ?
So I sat in on one of those panels, and then after the panel was over, I went and chopped it up with one of the panelists.
Oh, that's cool.
And we've been talking for, about 4 or 5 months now, just sending stuff back and forth. They had me go do some original music. Yep. Got some beats with the producer I've been working with for a minute, and brought the producer in on the deal too, so he's happy too.
Yeah, I get it, man. Like, did they already film the movie and all that? It's already done. Did you have a chance to literally hear it in there yet?
I haven't seen anything. So what they did is they just told me what type of energy they looking for in terms of the song, and I went into the studio, just knocked that out, and asked the producer for that stuff. So,
yeah, it's gonna feel really good when you get to finally hear the song in the movie. I remember I did a score for a movie called Omerta. I don't know if you ever heard of a boxer named Paulie Malignaggi, but when he turned pro and won the middleweight championship, he turned into an actor for some strange reason. He's from Brooklyn, right?
That sounds super familiar.
Omerta.
I think I saw like an interview on YouTube or something recently, just talking about.
Yeah. Matter of fact, he just had a fight in the new fight league, Bare Knuckle Fight Club.
Yeah. That's what it was.
That's him. That's Paulie. So he did a movie, and I ended up doing one of the tracks in the score. So I watched the movie. I'm sitting there watching it at home, and all of a sudden I hear my track on there, and I'm like, "Oh, that's my joint!" I made that joint.
Feels good.
Yeah, when you see it on Netflix, you're gonna finally get that rush, that feeling of accomplishment. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we're just going through final details. So as long as they sign off on it, I can't wait to see what that check look like for Netflix.
Nah, no doubt, man. Check from Netflix. I'm like, hey, I need some money, bro. Like, I'm just kidding, man. But nah, it's like, I know you're working on your music, your albums. You had a mixtape at one point, I believe.
Yeah, Make It Happen. That was back in 2015.
Yep, I remember your mixtape. You did that, and I remember you did a track not too long ago called "I'm the Man." You had a video for it and stuff like that.
Yeah, that track went crazy actually too. What I love about that track is when I perform it, though. Like, the energy that you just get back from it. But in terms of numbers, it's been doing really well. It picked up on R&B bass originally, and then it just pushed out from there with public. It was on SoundCloud originally.
Nah, no doubt. I was impressed by the way you did the video, because when you did the video, it was like you had the headband on, and it was like dark. It was like, but the thing that impressed me about the video was, it was when it was first coming on, I thought it was gonna be like, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, coming with the R&B, and it's just like you killed the game. I'm like, you changed the game. You changing the way that the R&B is delivering their message. Because some of them soft, but like the way you bring it, you just bringing both worlds at the same time. You know what I mean?
Appreciate that. You know what? What's funny about that video? When you mentioned it, the first thing that came to my head is I always get a 2 Chainz comparison with that.
Facts. Yeah, you are coming like 2 Chainz a little bit of that video.
Man.
It looked like it a little bit. It's like whoever shot it, it was like a real hard, grainy looking video.
Yeah. And shout out to Sonny at Red Wall.
He killed it. When it first come on, like I said, you give off like you about to chop somebody's head off. And the next thing you know, you go into like this world. I mean, the song is just dope. You know what I mean? I wanted to commend you on that, because me and my boys had watched that video not too long ago, and I just was like, yo, look at the detail And look how he killed this video, and they was all impressed with it.
Yeah, well, I appreciate about that video. That was just straight performance shot.
Yeah.
No theatrics, nothing extra, no props. It's just me, the camera, and the producer.
Yeah.
And we're just going hard at it.
First time I seen you perform live, we was at the spot where Pete used to have Ovation.
Yeah.
And I watched. Remember that? You remember that?
I do.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah, I was opening for Eric Bellinger. Yeah.
Eric Bellinger that night. And I was hella drunk. I was tore up. But you know, I remember watching you perform, and I remember the energy that you was giving to the crowd. You know, it was a lot of ladies, a lot of dudes, whatever.
Yeah.
But I want to know how, when y'all go out and perform as MCs and entertainers, because it's different for DJs. You know what I'm saying? They can only see half of my body, so it's not like we out there really jumping around and stuff. As a musician, how do you control the crowd the way you do? Like, how do you get that crowd control?
Well, first and foremost, you got to talk to the crowd, and it's a lot of crowd interaction. You can't just get up there and treat it like it's karaoke night, be on the mic, and just say your song and then be done with it. Facts. You got to actually talk to the crowd, interact, put your hand out there, jump in the crowd if you got to do that. Ask the crowd to do certain things. For all you rappers, key moment right here. If you see the crowd's not near the stage, ask them to come up to the stage.
Forward.
Make them interact.
No doubt. I've actually did tours like that where some of the events might be like not a lot of people. Ticket sales might have been down that day. So when I first walk out, of course, I'm the first thing they see. So you already know it's like when you walk on stage, you're supposed to get that pop as the DJ.
Yeah.
You're supposed to go, oh, it's time, oh, man. But if you don't get that, you just immediately look. And if they're not in the front, you to the front.
Exactly.
Bring them out to the stage or whatever.
And so, yeah, that's the DJ's role, but it's also the MC's role, because what you got to remember, back in the day, there used to be a hype man with majority of rap artists. And an MC is the master of ceremonies. So we already know what this is. You got to control it. So if you don't got your hype man to do it, guess who got to do it?
Nah, but that was a good show, man. I ain't gonna front. Like, you kept the energy, you kept the crowd, and at the end, I remember like he was like, "Yeah, I'm just Derek," and people was making noise and chicks were screaming and stuff like that. I say, "Man, Derek got it going on." You know what I mean?
That was a good night.
Yeah, that was a good night. That was definitely a good night.
Yeah.
You know, it's my apologies. I didn't get to see some of your other shows. I've been on tour, of course, for the last few years, so I didn't get a chance to really see you perform again. But the music that I'm hearing from you is dope, man. You know what I mean? Like, your catalog has definitely stepped up from 15 to today. You know what I mean? You're growing.
I appreciate that a lot. With that just comes great responsibility. You know what I mean? Like, I had to commit to myself to get better.
Yeah. Are you hard on yourself?
Definitely. Like, I got music that I just don't put out because I don't think it's good enough, but everybody else tells me it's good enough. Dope. Or like, I think I should go with one song as a single, but somebody else tells me I should have went with another song. And then once I put out the project, everybody liked the song that the person told me to put out.
That's how it works.
So yeah, you just don't be too hard on yourself. That's what I am.
So let me ask you this. In the 90s and the 80s, hip-hop music, well, music in general was different. Like,
okay,
there was a lot of feeling. There was a lot of emotions behind a lot of those songs that was created back in those times.
You can also hear the cars flying by, blasting the music all the time.
Yeah, all
the radios.
All of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you figured, like, you know what I mean? Back then, it was more like, I'm not going to say that it was better, but I'm just going to say, for me, being at my pinnacle in my career at that time, it was better for me, right?
It was a golden era.
It was the golden era. But I'm not saying it in no disrespect to the new age MCs. I'm just saying, from my experience, it was better for me. How do you feel about the new millennium hip hop, like new millennium hip hop versus old school? How do you feel? Do you think that it's a turn for the worse, or do you think that it's better?
I think it's better. I don't think it's bad at all, because back then, to get yourself further out there, you had to be a part of a record label in some way, shape, or form. And now more of the power is back in the hands of the people, the business owner itself, the independent artist, the independent label, the independent videographer, whatever it is you're doing behind the scenes of music. You have more power. You can actually reach the people more. You can get the data of your consumer base, and you can reach out to them in different ways that you couldn't before.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, the creativity side of hip-hop music, I know you got to go. I just got a few questions left. But the creative side of what you do, all the way down to picking a name, right?
Yeah.
How the hell do you come up with Just Derek?
That's funny that you mentioned that. So I've had a few names before, just trying to come up with something, and that was like the hardest thing ever in life. The reason why picking a name, because you got to stick with that moniker for the rest of your life. Dang near.
I got lucky. I got Symphony.
We all can't be Diddy.
True.
But yeah, so I just ended up going with Just Derek because being where I'm from, the Bay Area, my sound was way more eclectic than the area. Not saying my music's any better than the next man's. My music is good, and I think I'm one of the best rappers, so don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
But I went with that because there wasn't another name that could fit. I wanted to go with my surname, so Derek Freeman, but that wasn't gonna cut it. That doesn't sound like a rapper. And Just Derek is what I liked, but what I'm mad about is I see a lot of Just out there nowadays.
Yeah, see, that's not right.
Yeah, like, so
he was the first Just I ever seen, like in the game.
Yeah,
I mean they had Just Ice from the '80s, but
I don't know Just Ice, so he don't count.
Nah, I feel it. Yo, so listen. Last couple questions. These are some real questions.
I like real questions.
Do you consider yourself hip hop or rap?
I mean, what's the difference?
I'm asking you. What do you think the difference is?
I mean, hip hop is if I'm listening to my OGs or my mentors, hip hop is about lyricism, bars, just getting back to the basics of where it started, which is back in New York. Where you from? Rap is more of the business side of it when the labels came into the industry.
Start taking with the money.
Exactly, trying to sell records.
Right. So are you trying to sell records, or do you want to be more lyrical? That's the question, I guess, at hand. Do you find yourself lyrical, or do you find yourself not giving a damn and just making music?
Well, my records are lyrical, but I'm in the business of selling music. Yes. So you can say I'm a little bit of both. I'm rap, hip hop, whatever you want to call it, but I'm in the business of rap.
You dead center in the middle.
Yeah, I'm dead center in the middle.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what it is. If somebody had to book you, get in contact with you, you want to throw out your information for the people?
Yeah, so you can reach me in two different areas. You can go to my website, JustDerek, JustDerek.net, or you can email me at justderekmusic@gmail.com. You can also reach out to my manager, too.
Spell it. Spell Derek.
Derek is DEREK. But you can reach out to my manager and my management team at BLXMGMT@gmail.com.
Okay. And when does the album drop?
The album's coming in December. There's no date yet. So right now, I don't have a name for it either. Okay. So right now what we're doing is I've been making a lot of singles for the last year just because it's been a singles market. But just trying to feed the people, make sure they have something that they can go back to and listen to. So right now there's no name for the album, but it is going to be coming in December, the earliest November, but we're definitely aiming for December.
No doubt. That's Just Derek. I'm DJ Symphony in the building. This is the Wu Invasion podcast show. Hey, man, I want to thank you for hanging out with us and talking to my people. Brother. Of course, sorry about the left hand, brother, but I'm sitting on the left side and my hand is occupied, man.
Is what it is.
No doubt, man. You know what I'm saying? But thanks for coming through, man.
I appreciate you for having me. Shout out to the Wu.
No doubt. We out.
Following my whole team, fuck around and I ain't playing. Bitch, you know that I'm the man. Bitch, you know that I'm the man. I've been working everything. Shawty know what I'm saying. Bitch, you know that I'm the man. Bitch, you know that I'm the man. JD, I be working hard, dipping out the hand, I swear to God, I ain't tripping off irrelevance. Fucking hate on me, I be on, moving through all the late nights, working hard in the lab. Fucking haters who be talking shit. Can't understand. Bitch, you know that I'm the man. Working hard, I ain't playing. If I do it my way. Find a way to be the man. Mama, let's come and drop this. Do it for you, I'm about this. Envision everything you told me. You the one who made me. This the life that I was given. Ain't no way to counterfeit it. Been on my own, struggling through my addiction. Every time that they do mention, that's my prescription. Get to myself, addicted to making it. I be on, giving my everything. I'm the one. All I ever wanted was to be more than that. Okay. Had to get my life, I had to turn it to a savage. Okay. All I ever wanted was to make it, so I'm alright. Okay. my lane, we doing alright. I've been fucking with my whole team. Fuck around and I ain't playing. Bitch, you know that I'm the man. Bitch, you know that I'm the man. I've been working every day. Shawty know what I'm saying. Bitch, you know that I'm the man. Bitch, you know that I'm the man.
The world's on my shoulders, I feel like it's caving in. There's no one to stop me, I got some prayers coming in. My people just hit me saying it's on the night. Ready to get it, come turn on the lights. Never will stop me, I'm ready to fight. Know that you hear me, I'm not to get mine. Don't wait on no man, you better get it, oh damn. I got some things in my past that wasn't part of the plan. I had some dark nights, dark days, moving through the city in the hallways, living my life in the wrong way. Had some nights where I was like faith. Ain't none of this ever came easy. Taking what's mine, so believe me. Gotta get it, want to get it, I'ma have them like goddamn. I am the man, there's no counting me out. Never get tired, there's no passing out.
All I ever wanted was to be more than that. Okay, okay. Had to get my life, I had to turn it to a savage. Okay, okay. All I ever wanted was to make it, so I'm alright. Okay, okay. Nothing was the same, I'm in my lane, we doing alright.